This is political science for class 11, and today we are going to start the new chapter, that is freedom. Freedom, children, freedom is what? Liberty. Freedom is to do anything, that right which you can use to do whatever you want to do. But this is not the actual meaning of freedom. And we will see what freedom actually means by going through these points, these meanings, these definitions. Okay? So, freedom, its meaning is like this. It is a synonym of liberty. Okay? When we say liberty, we mean freedom, and when we say freedom, we mean liberty. Both of them have same meaning. So, it is, or liberty is synonym of freedom, and it is one of the most popular concept of political science. It is an idea that inspired the colonial struggle of Asia, Africa against Dutch, French, British and Portuguese. And you all know we have also struggled for our freedom, independence from Britishers. So this is related to our own country also, and as an individual also, that we will see later on how. Okay, so it is a dream of hope for all and of all. So it is not a new concept. This concept of or idea of freedom is not a new one, that was existing since ages. Like in Greek city-states also, I had told you, city-states means the size of their cities were so small, so that's why they were known as city-states. And the people living in city-states were given some privilege which other people living in village areas were not given. So in Greek city-states, freedom was given to citizens. Citizens are, or that time they were those people who were living in those cities. So they were treated in a different way. I'll continue again, repeat. In Greek city-states, freedom was given to citizens as advancement and political activity for full citizens, those who were living there permanently. And in medieval time, after that, freedom was as a privilege for the feudal classes and nobility, means the rich people, the landlords. Okay, and later on in modern times, this age saw the rise of middle class and capitalist class. Earlier, either they were slaves or masters, rich or poor, but now we see in our society, in present time, modern time, very rich people are also there, very poor are also there, and middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class, etc. are also there. So in modern time, it saw the rise of middle class or capital class, which raised the slogan of liberty against feudalism. Okay. Now we see the ideas of some philosophers like John Locke. He said that man had 3 natural rights: life, liberty and property by birth, and no one could take them away. Children, about this natural right, I want to tell you, natural rights are related to those rights which were enjoyed by human beings, by individuals, when the state did not come in existence, when the people were living in the state of nature, means like nomads, like they were living in their own way, in groups only, and there was no state formed formally by that time. So that time also they were enjoying these natural rights. So natural rights are those rights which were enjoyed in the time before the state came into existence. So they were life, liberty and property. Okay, and no one could take them away. And the French Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen declared, the Constitution of French, that declared that men are born free and equal in rights. That means, children, you should know the definitions, the meaning behind them, and who wrote or who gave that definition. So according to French Declaration, men are born free and equal in rights. That was the gist of their constitution. Locke said, where there is no law, there is no freedom. That also I will explain in later part of the chapter. Then Lasky wrote, by liberty, I mean the eager maintenance of that atmosphere in which men have the opportunity to be their best selves. Okay, so that is related to the environment which is provided for the all-round development according to the capacity of the individual. So in this sense, freedom refers to self-realization or personality development. A person is free to develop his personality to his fullest. It is concerned with the satisfaction of basic needs. That it requires restrictions on individual freedom for common good. Please pay attention to this also. To freedom or that atmosphere requires some restrictions on individual freedom also for common good. Means if there is no restriction, no law, no check, no provision for punishment, so the time may come or the situation may come which would be dangerous, bad for the weaker sections or for other people. Rousseau said in a beautiful manner that the individual is free when he obeys the laws. Which laws? Which reflect the will of majority, or it is also known as general will. General will means the consent of the majority or of the common people to form the government and to give this right to the government to make rules and laws for the maintenance of peace and security, law and order in the country. Then some other definitions are also there. Like Mackenzie, he said, freedom is not the absence of all restraints, but rather the substitution of rational ones for irrational. So beautifully he has explained that freedom does not mean that there is no restriction at all. There is no one to check anyone, and the individual is free to do whatever he wants. He can cause harm to other also. No. It is not like that. So there are restrictions, but those restrictions which are genuinely required, and the objective is to maintain law and order, peace and security, cooperation and smooth functioning of all the activities. Alright. Then Hobbes said liberty means absence of restraint. He is of the view of that there should be no restraint. Who? Hobbes. G.D.H. Cole, he says freedom is the liberty to express without external hindrance his personality. Okay. The person is free to express, to develop his personality without any external hindrance. Then according to Seeley, liberty is the opposite of government. They say when government is there, it means rules and laws are there. So liberty cannot be there. So people are not free to act in their own way. They are bound to follow rules and laws everywhere. Lasky says liberty is the absence of restraints upon the existence of those social conditions which in modern civilization are the necessary guarantee of individual happiness. Then according to Barker, liberty means that the state treats each and every moral person. Moral person means a genuine person, a good person, a normal person who is not a culprit. Okay, he is treated as a free agent, capable of developing his own capacities in his own way, and hence therefore capable of enjoying and exercising the rights which are the conditions of such development. So in this way we see that there are two views. negative and positive views on liberty, and we will study in detail tomorrow in the next lecture. Thank you.